Well, now it's time to have our first look at the Ashes series. Now remember, this is Alex Stewart's first overseas tour as captain, and we start in Brisbane. Steve May watches the first 3 tests unfold.
There was no surprise when Mark Taylor opted to bat on winning the toss for the Ashes opener at the Gabba. And in fact, there was a familiar feel to the early stages when Michael Slater opened his account with a square-cut boundary. Yet the early honours went to England as a tense first day unfolded.
Gone. This time Mullally has got the wicket once again. The ball pitched up for the drive.
Might be just missing leg. No, umpire Francis says you're out.
Another one down, and there's a bit of lift and extra bounce for Dominic Cork. The Australian captain goes, and suddenly Australia 4 down. Mullally and Cork have ripped into it after the drinks break.
With his side in trouble, Steve Waugh set about his much-practiced role of rescuing the innings.
I think you become nervous before every innings, but the more you know your game and the more confident you are, the quicker you settle down out the middle. And once I got a couple in the middle, I think I had a straight drive off Dominic Cork for an early 4. Once I hit that, I felt really comfortable, and I sort of knew it was going to be my day if I really concentrated hard. So on the first 40, I was really happy with. I scored quickly and hit every ball sort of hit the middle, and after that I settled down and grounded out a bit and had a good partnership with Ian Healy. So it was one of those innings where I felt comfortable from the word go.
And then the inexplicable Steve Waugh on next to nothing, run out by a metre. Al Malal stops the ball from hitting the stumps. Well, you know, you've just what's going on?
This is a bit close. That's very close. They're called for the photo here. Yes, there's Daryl Hare.
Where was his hand? That's it looks as though it hit the hand.
The Steve Waugh and Healy partnership was probably the turning point. We had him on the rack 5 for 100 and whatever it was, and unfortunately we shelled a couple of catches and missed a run out, which would have given us a first innings lead. But those two, especially Steve Waugh, magnificent player, and Ian Healy supported him very well, really took the game away from us.
Steve Waugh's made it happen there. He's whipped that on its way. It's 4. The off drive and the new ball coming onto the bat. Steve Waugh and Healy batting superbly.
We had them 100 for 4, 100 for 5, something like that. And then just a crucial couple of hours, really. I mean, Goffey bowled out of his skin, no luck. We seemed to drop every catch that came to us, mix up on a run out, things like that, you know, we've only got ourselves to blame. And we said all along that if we take quarter chances, half chances, then we can beat this lot. But you can't give people like Steve Waugh and Healy second, third chances, because they'll just nail you. They've done it before and they'll do it again.
They would have caught their catches. They could have beaten us in their first test. People tend to forget those moments.
It's good to wait. Over square leg, just with the boundary to Ian Healy.
Oh, he's gone for that one. It's going down towards square leg. Will beat the fieldsman down there. That's gone for 4.
So there shouldn't be any short runs. There shouldn't have been any, and it's a brilliant performance from Steve Waugh.
That was the first test century I've got scored against England in Australia. I had 5 overseas in England, but none in Australia on home turf. So that was something I really wanted to achieve. And first test match always important. It sets up the series. Performances there are always a little bit more special for the players. So on a couple of counts, it was nice to get runs up there.
Yep. That's well played. 100 for Ian Healy, his 4th in Test cricket.
Waugh and Healy added 187 for the 6th wicket, and then Damien Fleming rubbed salt into the wounds with a career-best 71 not out.
Fleming is playing some very extravagant shots. That brings him his highest Test score, and that one was right off the middle. Now that really is rubbing in. Darren Gough has bowled, he's probably been the best of the England bowlers, and he hasn't had any luck at all.
This is the way they finished up. 485 centuries to Steve Waugh, 112. Ian Healy, 134. And then Damien Fleming, his career best 71 not out. And the England bowlers by that time had just about had it, and the batsmen were thinking of what might have to happen when they went out.
Fingers down the seam. Atherton, sun beaming here at the Gabba. Gets an egg, he's gone straight down to the throat of Mark Waugh. Beautiful bowling, Atherton was squared up.
In reply, England lost Atherton to his tormentor McGrath for a duck, but Mark Butcher and Nasser Hussain then led a spirited recovery.
And into the fence for 4. That's a lovely hook shot.
This time he doesn't miss it. He gets a full toss and he punches it through the gap. Hussain's looked very positive on the onside so far in this innings. It's well struck, and that'll be 4. That's the danger when you go around the wicket.
Oh, good shot through the covers. And what a good way to bring up a half century. That's a lovely cover drive. Into the fence it goes.
For Mark Butcher.
Mark Butcher struggled early on in the 2. He'd had taken a nasty blow at the whacker. He'd then been short of runs in the lead-up games to the first Test match. He's someone I've always backed, supported well. He's someone obviously I know through Surrey. He's very strong mentally. He's a good competitor. And I think he showed those qualities, plus obviously his natural ability in a magnificent 100 at Brisbane. But Butcher worked hard. He worked hard in the nets. Unfortunately, early on, he timed some, a couple of good drives, clips off his toes, and then he just built on that.
Well, beautifully struck. And there's a Test ton, the first one against Australia for Mark Butcher.
Going for a cracking shot. Beautiful. The bouncer, the hook shot. Positive stroke. It's 4.
Further half-centuries from Graham Thorpe and Mark Ramprakash took England past 300, and the visitors were well set. But the lack of runs from the tail was the beginning of a trend that was to haunt England for the rest of the series.
LBW. 8,373. Goff goes from naught. Well, there's another one for Glenn McGrath. That's out. Angus Fraser is gone. And Mark Ramprakash remains unbeaten on 69. McGrath has 6 wickets. A very good performance from Glenn McGrath today. And this is the England card. 375, a deficit of 110. The Australians in the ascendancy once again.
That's a good shot. That's a glorious shot, so Slater's intentions are clear.
Leading by 110, but with time running out to force home the advantage, Michael Slater took on Goff and the rest of the England bowlers from the start.
Beautifully played hook shot. Well, Michael Slater giving this good crowd a wonderful exhibition.
But I'd just come off a very successful tour of Pakistan, one that I was, extremely happy with, and that sort of helped me come into this Ashes series feeling confident. And to go out in the second innings of that first Test match in Brisbane and score in the fashion I did and sort of help set up a winning opportunity for us was very satisfying. And I think it's nice to score runs early in any Test series, so you do feel more relaxed after that. And if you like, I suppose the heat is off you. You can just settle and go about just doing your business with not so much pressure.
Goff bowler. There it is. That is a brilliant 100.
Slater's magnificent 113 had come from 139 balls, and Mark Taylor, who had incidentally made his first duck in a home Test match, declared late on the 4th evening. The wicket was now helping the spinners, but there was no Shane Warne to terrorise England this time. The spin threat was now going to come from the unfancied pairing of Mark Waugh and Stuart MacGill. Glenn McGrath, of course, was always a danger.
Fleming's under it, you get this? Yes, he does. McGrath gets him again. That's the breakthrough they needed. 1 for 46. It's given him. LBW. Ball spinning, he wasn't far forward. That's a big breakthrough by MacGill.
Yeah, I thought we'd knocked him away brilliantly in the first innings, and he looked a nervy starter, and he looked in the shadow of Warne. Warne's coming back, he'll be back for the next game, it might be 2 games, and he looked as if he was a bit unnerved by that. Second innings it spun, and it spun big, and we didn't have the confidence or nous to really take him on, and he got a much better field set. I think he got a real sympathetic field set for him, with only a couple of catches round the bat, but people, if you like, stopping bad balls.
Personally, because I did start to hit my rhythm towards the end of the game, I had a fairly strong plan going into the game about consistency and the sorts of things that I wanted to bowl, and towards the end of the game everything seemed to be paying off, so it was a really good experience for me.
The umpires have decided that the light is not good enough to continue at 6 for 179. Cork on 21, Croft on 4. Alex Stewart, I think, delighted with that decision. It is dull, and it's a very tough decision for the umpires.
They never came back. Play was abandoned, and this is the reason it was abandoned. It was fierce stuff, I can tell you. A storm that swept through Brisbane, concentrating itself on Woolloongabba and on the cricket ground. And lightning was arcing in the stands here. It was quite sensational, but not very pleasant. And the rain, it just threw it down. This is the way it finished, with the England batting card, 6 for 179, with the top score there of Nasser Hussain on 47.
Moving from Brisbane and a drawn game, and we were slightly on the back foot, but going into Perth, we'd already played there in a state game, and we know what we're going to come up against, a lightning fast, quick pitch, and both teams would see it the same, that Stuart McGill's left out. I think we played all our quicks as well, and that's the sort of game it's going to be. I think Alex Tudor came into the team, which was a massive plus for us. Now, that was a big plus for us.
Yet the pluses were all in the Aussie column on the first day, as McGrath and Fleming ripped through England for a paltry 112.
It is great having someone like Green McGrath at the other end. You know, he's so quick and tall and doesn't give any runs away, and so we try and bowl into a bit of a partnership there and make the batsmen play, both of us. So that's going to create a lot of pressure. And I remember when I was younger bowling with Merv Hughes, you know, the similar bowler in attitude to McGrath. You know, it used to, you know, complement my style well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to maybe a couple of years of that. It'd be fantastic.
Oh, bowl him, he's bowled him, that's well bowled. That one must have just nipped back a little bit.
Really, that wicket, it did a little bit. There's a lot of bad batting. A lot of people played at balls they didn't have to, and that's why the keeper and slips were kept busy.
It's gone, caught a second slip, genuine edge. There's always something there, Crawley, flashing outside the off stump. It's gone! Yes, he's gone! It's 6 for 74. A duck for Pick. Gillespie gets 2.
Edged, and Mark Taylor gets the catch on this occasion.
For Fleming, now operating off a shortened run-up, this was a reward for much hard work recovering from a serious shoulder injury.
I made a few changes to my bowling last year, mainly in my follow-through, and I kept my same run-up, and then as the season went on I started to bowl a bit off the shorter run, and by the time I got to India for the one days I stuck to it and it worked really well. So I just feel I got more rhythm and I get through the crease better, and my pace is consistently fast and I got more control, so I just feel I'm a better bowler off the shorter run.
That's it. Fleming has 5 for the first time in a test match, 5 for 46. Healy has taken another catch, 5 for him. 2 wickets to Gillespie and 3 to McGrath. And England all out for 112. That's a fine performance from the Australians.
In the air, and oh, he's dropped it.
England's fielding was again profligate. Gough suffering the most, and a massive Australian lead seemed inevitable.
Would you believe it?
Lovely start. Late cut, beautifully timed and placed. 4 runs. And Mark Ward's 2 for 119.
The debutant paceman Alex Tudor sparked an England fight back with a dramatic spell with the second new ball.
That is beautiful bowling. I think that may well have been what he was trying to do there as well.
I mean, I've always major on what we got from that game, and we got Tudor. And he bowled lightning fast, and that was a big plus for English cricket. For this lad who's come out maybe a 17th player, good for him to be with Bob Cottam and work 1-to-1. We might get him a game. If he hits his straps, he might get a test match. Well, he did that early. He's got to play, and he gave a real account of himself, just by sheer pace and a lovely action. And I think that's going to be a big pointer for us in the future.
I thought Alex Tudor on debut, it was a brave decision, but it was certainly the right decision. bowled with good pace and good control. I'm sure he'll be a name that England will be looking out for in the near future.
The top could be out. Yes, 4 for Tudor. A duck from McGrath. Good session for England. They bowled Australia out for 240, and this young man on debut gets 4.
That scorecard looks quite even there, but in fact, what happened was the Australians lost 6 for 46 in 39 balls, and there were some splendid performances, some heroes in the England side. And got him.
England's second innings showed little improvement on the first, Fleming again proving an unexpected handful, and the Australian slip cordon gave their opponents a masterclass in sharp catching.
3 for 4, Stewart, a duck, superb bowling and fine catching.
Well bowled, and he's followed it up with a wicket. A beautiful delivery following the bouncer, and Mark Taylor has snared another one.
When John Crawley became Colin Miller's first victim of the series, the score was 67 for 5, and an innings victory loomed large.
Has got him. The partnership that England so needed has been broken.
Visiting supporters were at last buoyed by an exhilarating counter-attack by Graham Hick. Hick had been called into the squad initially as cover for Mike Atherton, but was playing here because Graham Thorpe's chronic back problems had reoccurred.
Oh, he's hit that one too. That's gone miles. Way down over the top. What a shot that is.
I've played my career sort of reasonably positive over the last year or so. I've felt good in championship cricket at home, and I've just sort of felt, sort of got my confidence back and felt, generally feel that's the way I play best.
It's gone for a good shot, pulled it through mid-wicket. That's a fine stroke. Fleming just a fraction short. Got to go all the way.
Yet it was Gillespie who had the last word as the match moved into the third day.
Got him. Gillespie has done it. He's got the ball just to go away a little bit, and he's achieved the breakthrough.
Close. Got him. That's what happens sometimes too. Good bowling. It was a full length.
And that's gone. Big edge, straight through to Healy. Well taken too. No trouble at all, actually. Oh, that's close. Yes, he's gone. He's got him first ball. He's got a long way across. That's good bowling by Gillespie. Righto, this will be interesting now. Gillespie to Mullally. Oh, he's bowled him. Clean bowled him. I think that was a slower ball. He didn't pick it up at all. It hit the base of the stumps without touching the ground, and what a performance by Gillespie. He's ended up with 5 wickets. 4 for 1 in 6 balls in that spell.
68 for Graham Hick. I thought he played very well again. He carried the attack to the Australians, which is precisely what was needed. What wasn't needed after Cork's dismissal was Tudor, Gough and Mullally to go for ducks.
There were a few nerves as Australia chased the 64 needed for victory. Taylor, Slater and Justin Langer all falling cheaply.
Gough, and he's got it. Gone? Yes, well caught. Michael Atherton at first slip.
But the War Twins saw their side home for a 7-wicket victory and a 1-0 series lead to take to Adelaide.
Easy single there to Steve Waugh. And an excellent win to Australia in this second Test match. They go to a 1-0 lead in this Ansett Australia Test series.
Dean Headley and Peter Such were surprise choices for the third Test, while Australia recalled McGill at the expense of the unfortunate Gillespie.
The vital toss, which just for a change I lost. They had first use of a good wicket, which was then going to turn later on in the game. And Justin Langer, someone who I've seen play probably since as a 14-year-old playing grade cricket, played exceptionally well. Tremendous concentration, tremendous application, and to get his first 100 on home soil for Australia was a magnificent effort. And really, the way he batted gave Australia a substantial total to make sure that we weren't really ever going to win that game.
There was pressure building up before the Test match, obviously with the wealth of talent we've got throughout Australia. The pressure was building up. I knew I had to make runs just to, I guess, dispel some of the doubters that were out there. So, the pressure was on beforehand going to the Test, so I went in with a very positive attitude, and I love playing at Adelaide Oval. You know, it's a great place, city to be in for one to play cricket at. And you know, I felt really good about the innings. It was a great relief, but it was also very satisfying to bat so long against England.
He gets a fine, well played. Fine knock.
It's a very privileged position, number 3. I mean, playing in the Australian cricket team is a privileged position in itself, but the number 3 position has had a lot of discussion over the last few years since David retired. So, you know, it's very big shoes to fill. I'm looking forward to the challenge of that, and the only way to fill those shoes is to make a lot of runs. That's my ambition.
He's picked it up beautifully. Straight to the spot from where the van was produced. This is the way it finished up at the end of the Australian knock. 391, 179 not out for Langer. That is a fine effort. All that pressure, and he's come through very well, and just underlined for the selectors that he's a permanent number 3.
Those have got to be put away, as Hussain has done on this occasion.
I mean, Adelaide 89 not out, you know, I'm just quite happy with the way I played, really. Occasionally, obviously, you want to go on and get hundreds, definitely. That's the most important thing, but I found a bit of consistency that I was missing a bit earlier on in my, you know, Test career. It was either 0 or 100. So I found a bit of consistency, and I was just happy with the way I played.
Waiting. 3 for 137.
England's first innings seemed to be progressing comfortably, with Hussain and Ramprakash in fine form.
I think they've just got tremendous application, those guys, and it doesn't really matter whether or not the bowler's on top. They understand that you've still got to get them out, and they're totally unperturbed by what's going on around them. They just do their job.
Yeah, I mean, they've really, you know, you feel like you really have to earn their wicket. They really dig in there, and they put full value on the wickets.
That's the way to go. Good clean hit, and it's a big one. That's superbly played.
I feel very much part of the setup now, and quite relaxed and enjoying it, you know, a lot more as if I was playing for Middlesex. I think that's very important. I think I play a lot better when I feel in that state of mind, you know, a bit more relaxed, and I just sort of made up my mind to go out and give it my best shot, and know that when I walk off the park that, you know, I've tried 100% and I've got to be happy with that.
However, the return of McGrath had horrific consequences for England's lower order.
Got him. Mark Waugh away to his left-hand side. That's well bowled.
Oh, and he's gone right through him, Glenn McGrath. He really does trouble Crawley, and once again, failure to Crawley in the first innings.
It's gone. That's well bowled and well caught. Drew him forward. Turned to fraction. It's gone. England in trouble now at 6 for 210.
Our tail would be from 8 down, open to McGrath and Rispin, and it would be a difficulty for these lads to play. They tried their best, and then if you look at the back end of the tour, Australia came up against the same problems, and so it can happen to 8, 9, 10, 11. And all you're chatting, I mean, you can have as many team meetings as you like, that we want you lower order batsmen, you don't call them tail enders, politically incorrect. You're lower order batsmen, and you must stay and hang around and take time out of the game and score if you can, but support the guy at the other end. That's what they're trying to do, and on occasions it doesn't happen, which is disappointing, 1 for them and 2 for the team as a whole.
The Australians, they've bowled out England for 227. McGrath, McGill and Fleming doing a superb job this morning. Hussain stranded on 89, not out.
So with a comfortable lead of 164, it was time for another assault from Slater, well supported by a resurgent Langer.
He has. He's hit it long and hard. It's a big hit. That's a 6. That's long hit at the Adelaide Oval.
Well, that's well played too, right in that direction too.
He's been practicing that shot. Practice makes perfect.
I feel, you know, pretty confident about all aspects of my game, but I'm working extremely hard, and I'm really not looking too far ahead. I'm only looking as far as the next game that I've got to play, whether it's a Shield game or in this case the next Test match.
Oh, it's a cracking shot. got to beat the third man. Oh, he launched himself into that. The back was arched, and that flew away. That was Gordon Greenwich style. Magnificent. There it is. His 10th 100.
So another declaration by Taylor, and an uphill struggle for England loomed. Hopes of an Old Trafford-like resistance were sustained for a while, as Hussain and Ramprakash, and then Ramprakash and Stewart, kept the bowlers at bay.
Down the wicket he goes again. Beautifully struck that time.
That's a neat stroke. 4 more to Ramprakash.
Good shot. Gave him a bit of width there. Good hit, well hit. Beautifully struck.
Then, an hour into the final day, it was Fleming who made the decisive breakthrough with a peach of a Yorker.
Beautiful delivery, it's definitely reverse swinging. That is a beautiful ball.
Ramps and Alex Stewart had really started to get stuck in, and we really need to knock them over, and you know, to get a bit of reverse swing going and to bowl the Yorker, get it in the right spot and knock him over was great, you know, to start us off on that day. You know, it was the first wicket for the day, and then we won the test after that. It was fantastic.
Got him beautifully bowled by McGrath. He's done him again.
Although the wicket looked perfect for the spinners, it was in fact the irrepressible partnership of McGrath and Fleming who cleaned up, as Australia made sure of retaining the Ashes.
McGrath is everything that I'd see in a quick bowler. He's nasty, he's aggressive, he's good. He can put the ball where he wants it.
So Alex Stewart has really got a problem now. He's got to try and hog the strike. Edged, and Healy gets another victim.
We didn't compete, we weren't at the races, you call it what you want. But that was a performance that you could write off, I think.
We hadn't really played how we could and until the Ashes had gone. And you know, that's why in Adelaide we were all sitting down, and we were very disappointed because we knew we could play better than that, as we showed in the last 2 games.
Again, they regained them in 1989 under Alan Border, and they haven't really looked like losing them since. Glenn McGrath finishes it off in fine style, and the Australians are dominant.
The traditional Boxing Day fiesta at the MCG was more a washout than a sellout, as the whole first day was lost to the weather. There were team changes to both sides. Australia introduced Darren Lehmann for Ricky Ponting, and also gave a debut to Matthew Nicholson, who troubled England on one of the warm-up games at the start of the tour. For England, there was a recall for Angus Fraser in place of Peter Such, while Alex Stewart moved up to open, with Warren Hegg taking over the gloves. Mark Taylor won the toss again, and his decision to field was quickly vindicated.
He's gone! That's 1 for none at the MCG. Michael Latham caught behind. Yes, that's out, Joy, yes! He's got 2, good catch, good bowling. He never looked safe, Butcher, did he? He got inside edge onto the pad and well caught.
He's a good player of the pull shot and the hook shot, Alex Stewart. And it'll go away to the boundary.
Don't want to start changing how you play too much, so you've got to try and bat in a responsible way, but you still got to try and play in a natural way.
Us as a team quite like to see Alec go out there with the new ball, take it to him a bit. He did it in the West Indies with Ambrose and Walsh. He did it here with McGrath and stuff. It sets us up for the innings, really, seeing him take them on, puts them on the back foot. Obviously, having said that, we have to look at the balance of the side. But I think Alex best opening the batting, that's my personal opinion.
His half century. Well, it's back-to-back 50s for Alex Stewart, and this is certainly turning out to be a captain's innings. And again a full toss, and that one's a much better shot from Stewart. He's picked his spot that time. Oh, and that one's gone to the boundary. As he stood up and really had a go at that one. Glenn McGrath has gone walking down, chatting away to him. He's just turned his back on him. There's the cut shot, right in the middle of the bat, that one. No point in running.
Yeah, I certainly enjoy batting with Alec. He's a true pro, very good role model. And when he's at the crease, he likes to dominate. You know, if you bowl a if you bowl a ball slightly off target, there's no room for error. It's 4 runs.
It was a good partnership. So Ramps, who's played very well all tour, came in, and we both played in a positive manner. We took the attack to them. We may have rattled them a little bit, but it was good to put on 100 plus.
Bad ball, and there it goes. Well played, Alex Stewart.
My record against most countries is fair. Against Australia, it's a little below that. So it was nice to finally get to the 3 figures, just on a slight down. It was disappointing that we both got out within the space of 2 or 3 overs of each other.
Lovely innings, one of the best.
Nearly bowled him, I think it has. Bowled him round his legs. McGill strikes. What a wicket for Australia. Stewart gone for 107. Tail looking for something special here.
And gone. Steve Waugh's the man to remove a headache for Australia. Mark Ramprakash is gone. Oh, beautiful. He got a touch to it. Wasn't a touch up. It was a nick. Ian Healy takes an easy catch.
And caught. Mark Taylor. Very well taken there at first slip by Mark Taylor. Well, now Graham Hicks decided to go on the rampage, and he's hit a huge one. Way up into the Barmy Army. That is a huge hit. Here he goes again. Mid-on, and he's gone. So Stuart MacGill wins that little battle. And Graham Hickers hold out at mid-on.
Oh, he's got him round his legs. That's well bowled. He's having a good day, McGill. Pitching in the rough, getting it to turn back. That's the end of Goff for 11, and it's 9 for 270. Big shout. That's out. Yes, they're all out. Bowled out for 270. Another duck from O'Reilly. 4 for McGill. A good day's cricket.
Wonderful knock from Alex Stewart. He went up the top knowing it would be difficult. It was. He lost 2 men for 4, and then he saw them through to 270 with that 107 and 63 there for Mark Ramprakash and 39 for Graham Hick. But I'm afraid the tail, well, it didn't quite disintegrate as it has been doing in the other matches, but that wasn't very good.
When Australia came to bat, they faced a fired-up Goff, for once getting reward for his hard work.
Steve Buckner having a big look. Took his time, as he usually does, steadies himself. England have their first.
I'd like to think I bowled consistently well the whole tour. My aim on tour was to do that, as McGrath does for Australia and Donald does for South Africa. I've said that all along. Except for the second innings in Brisbane, where I didn't have anything go right for me. I think I bowled consistently well and deserved better than I've probably got. And if the time came when I could put in a contribution in beating Australia in a test match, I'd settle for obviously the bad luck I've had.
Oh, well caught. That was really flying.
We upped our game, and it can be me stamping my foot and doing whatever, but the demand was we up our game. You know, there's nothing better than 80, 90,000 people. Lifetime's ambition for you. You're 2 down, turn it round. You show them how you can play. How we played against South Africa.
He's broke the shackles as he always does. He's a fine player. Just a bit of width. Put away for 4. Oh, great shot. Well, he's just short and he's clubbed that. Magnificent hitter of the loose ball, Steve Waugh.
Steve Waugh has the art of nicking the ball in between where no fielders are. I mean, he's a tremendous player, but I think he's got a big heart. He fights, he never gives his wicket away. But he's a tremendous player, and wherever I've played against him, I mean, he's been the difference. I mean, he's always getting runs, especially in sticky situations, along with Ian Healy.
Steve Waugh is, if you want a role model, that's him. You've got to prize him off that field. He's well organised, and so he should be. He averages 50, and he's got that much experience, and will probably be glad when he retires.
Through cover valuable runs. Back to Steve Waugh. 8 off the over. It's in the air and it's safe. They'll run 2. 17 test hundreds for Stephen Waugh.
Steve Waugh played magnificently. He was one of the best hundreds he scored, so he said. And McGill, and say he had a bit of fortune, walked off with 4 shot, which gave them a 70-odd run lead.
McGill, when he joined Steve Waugh, and he got 40, backing away, scything, over slips, squirted here, 2 there, 4 here, 42 he got. Next innings, he's just blown away by Goff. Middle stump, full ball. So, you know, the infuriation is there. Well, why didn't we do that in the first innings?
They put on a good partnership, and we could have gone in all level or even had a 15-20 run lead, but it wasn't to be, and it meant we had to bat very well in the 3rd innings.
They've got him finally. Mullally breaks through. That's the end of McGill, but what a fine knock. Superb innings for a low-order batsman and a wonderful partnership. There's a catch they call. That's gone, he's bowled. How about that? England have bowled Australia out for 340. A duck to McGrath, bowled by Mullally.
Steve Waugh, a magnificent innings, 122 not out, his 17th Test century, and he's helped to give Australia a lead of 70, and it's a tremendous lead, probably a match-winning lead, the way Australia are playing.
Well, he's got him this time. He's bowled him neck and crop. It's 1 for 5, a pair, unfortunately, for Michael Atherton, but superb bowling by Fleming.
Damien Fleming has really enjoyed that one. So a pair for the former England captain, a beautiful delivery.
Ooh, what a good shot that is. Onto the back foot, playing the pull shot. Well, Stewart's decided that he really has to relieve the pressure by attacking here. This is his normal game.
Yeah, as I say, you know, it's the first time I've opened the batting, I think, since Antigua. And fortunately, the ball found the middle of the bat for a while and got us back in it quite quickly.
Stewart to play, and that's a cracker. Superb late cut.
Oh, well, how did he catch that? Michael Slater is the man. To be brutally honest, I was looking far west to see where it had gone. He's taken a catch close to the wicket.
That is the most unbelievable catch that I've ever seen. A full-blooded sweep shot, and somehow he's come up with it. There's no way in the world the naked eye could keep track of this one. Butcher out for 14, 2 for 61.
Oh, he's knocked him over. As clean as a whistle, straight through. Magnificent length. There goes the night watchman, he's out for 1, and all of a sudden, it's 3 for 66. Catch it! This time now, the catch is gone, is he? Yes, that's a big breakthrough. England now in real stride. Stewart gone for 52. It's 4 for 78.
Oh, and he's gone right through him. Matthew Nicholson with his 2nd wicket in Test cricket, and he's hit the stumps.
It was a beauty too. Racing away to the boundary.
4 more. 2 very well played late cuts.
There's an indication of a touch of class. And every time he comes to crease, you feel as if he's going to do something special. I hope for his sake and England's today, because he's a beautiful strike with the ball. Oh, that's the way to do it. When you get a bad ball, put it away, and he whacks it through square leg.
Right, Hussain now on 49. Well, that's it. That's his half-century. Made under pressure as well. I think he knows how much responsibility rests on his shoulders.
You know, got to 50 and slashed Nicholson to cover. That was disappointing because I was playing well then and the wicket was pretty flat. Me and Hickey could have gone on.
In the air, and he's hit it straight to cover point. Well, short, outside off stump. A cut shot played in the air. And that's the end of Hussain.
Despite 50s from Stewart and Hussain, England were only 108 runs ahead with 6 wickets down, but at last the lower order made a significant contribution with the bat.
Yeah, I enjoyed that side of it, because in the past I've scored a few runs and we haven't really initially won the game. But it's not, as I say, I'd rather not get any runs and win the game, but to get a few and felt like I'd made a contribution was good. I enjoyed that.
It's pulled nicely, not picked up, that's 4. There's 3 men in the deep. Good shot. Punts it firmly down through mid-off. It's a beautiful time with the ball. He might have a few technical problems, but when he's hot, he's hot.
Better get on with the walk-off.
Well, he was trying to get on with it, wasn't he? It's a good ball in that situation. Yorker.
And he's clubbed one. Alan Mullally has taken time, but he's showing some brilliant form.
Well, yeah, Al Malal keeps telling us that his 16 or whatever was the difference in the end. So, yeah, he just decided to go out swinging, have a little bit of a go at McGrath with his bat and verbally, and it came off.
It's always good to see Al. He's an entertainer, and he's worked hard, and he's been very down. He's obviously not the best batsman in the world, but he's someone who enjoys batting. And he copped a bit of flack in the press and from the crowd, etc. But he came in, played a few shots, got a bit of earache off McGrath, and walked off with 16.
That was a very good performance by that last wicket pair, Angus Fraser and Alan Mullally. They put on 23. I wonder if they could be absolutely vital runs in the context of this match. 60 there for Graham Hick, a very good innings from him, and 50 from Nasser Hussain.
Stewie told Darren Gough and I to come in and hit the deck hard and bowl as quick as we could. And that's what we did. I think the first over went for about 10, I don't know, and I was going at 5s comfortably. And eventually one nipped back and kept low, and LBW.
They were chasing obviously a small target. They were going to win the game. They believed it. We went out there thinking, no, you're not. We're going to fight for every run. We make you fight for every run, and we're going to win.
You can always sort of feel the atmosphere, you know, when you're out there, and the crowd sort of slowly start participating more and more. And when that catch went up to Dean at the fine leg, you know, the noise behind he wouldn't have heard it, but the noise, you know, as the ball was dropping down on him, it just got louder and louder.
Could hardly have hit it more directly than the man at deep fine leg.
Cracking shot. Fraser not quick enough to be short on this pitch. Cracked away by Justin Langer. He's breaking the shackles against Fraser. It could almost go for 4. Gough coming around. This is a poor.
We got a couple of wickets, but even I think they were 2 for 100. They're certainly in the box seat. But the turning point was Mark Ramacash's magnificent catch to get rid of Justin Langer.
Oh, what a catch! What a catch! He's got it.
Well, I saw it right off the bat. I dropped to Adelaide, probably a bit more straightforward than that, so I was very relieved to hang on to that one.
You could tell it just lifted everybody, and it lifted the roof off the MCG if they'd have put one on it. And from then on, both dressing rooms were next to each other, and you're watching them coming in, and you look in their eyes. They're going nowhere. They were going nowhere.
Oh, good shot again.
Mark Waugh again was getting on top. I think I went 10 in the over before got him out, and then one just sort of straightened on him, nicked it out.
Oh, well bowled. That might be the start of something special. Graham Hick, the man that's taken the catch. Mark Waugh has gone. Dean Headley, is he capable of putting them back in this match?
Lehman and Healy fell quite quickly, close together, and I think we really then went up a gear, and suddenly you forgot how tired you were.
Lehman, Nixon, he's gone! Yes, he has, and it's 5 for 140.
It was good because I don't normally come around the wicket to left-handers, and it was just a desperate attempt, really.
Ian Healy at the crease. He's got him, yes, he's gone! It's 6 for 140. He takes the catch. This game is alive and kicking.
And Headley was irresistible, and he is another massive plus from this tour, that I think that we've got a more than handy pace attack now.
With Fleming coming in, ball reversing, a couple of LBW shouts, and he was on his way.
He's given him, yes, he's given him at 7 for 140. Headley could be a hero. Hail Headley, they'll be crying.
Oh, look at the Bombay Army. Well, you can't keep putting your pad there and hope to get away with it.
Matthew Nicholson playing his first Test match.
Yeah, I mean, Nicholson, he's only played, you know, a few first-class games, but he's got a couple of 50s already. He got 7 shot against us in the opening tour game, and he's no mug with the bat. But we just had to keep plugging away, and you know, they'd gone on, they put on 20 odd or whatever it may have been. It seemed to go on for a while. That long last session of whatever it was, 4 hours plus, and eventually they claimed the extra half hour. which we obviously didn't want them to claim, but they claimed it, and the very next over he's nicked one and had to walk off.
He's got him! He's gone! It's 8 for 161. They're still in it, England, and Headley's done it again. He's got 6. What a performance!
You beauty, what a delivery.
13 to win with 2 wickets in hand, and they're going to send McGill play well in the first innings to get 40. I knew I had to do it that over.
He did very well in the first innings.
Goff. Got him! He's bowled him! It's 9 for 162. Well, McGrath's got to do it, Tony.
What a delivery. He's produced that Yorker a few times. He did it to Nicholson in the first innings. That's a magnificent delivery. Very, very tough ball to face first up.
It was just a case of whether I was going to bounce him first, then York him, or try and go for it straight away. Obviously I went for the in-swinging Yorker, and he happened to just swing in a little bit, and it was knocking all 3 out, so I was pleased with that.
Hit him on the toe. He's given him, he's England have won. A great win for England at the MCG. What a test match, what a performance by the England bowlers, Mullally, Headley, and in the end, Goff. A magical moment for Test cricket on this ground once again.
Oh yes, this is a very special moment, and what a delivery that was. The England side will be very emotional about this. They've had a hell of a time on this tour.
What a performance, what a victory for England. One of the most exciting and dramatic things I've seen in Test cricket over the years. Just look at those scores below Steve Waugh. Steve Waugh 30 not out, then 4, duck, duck, 9, duck, duck, 9 extras and 162. And a great win for England. Headley, the hero, 6 for 60, 17 overs and 5 maidens. And 6 for 60, 2 for 54 for Goff, and 2 for 20 for Mullally. Fraser bowled just 4 overs. England can square the series in Sydney, that Ansett Australia series, the final Test match of
The big news at Sydney was the recall of Shane Warne after a year-long absence from the Test arena, alongside Stuart McGill and Colin Miller on what was clearly a spin-friendly wicket. Mark Taylor had no hesitation in batting first when he completed a full set of 1 tosses, and another packed house was treated to a memorable first day's play.
Everything happened, hundreds. The Waugh twins batted well. Darren Goff came in. I sort of tooled away in the sun, and then Darren just came in and just knocked them all over. You know, it's a fantastic end to the day.
England drew first blood and claimed 3 early wickets, but then the Waugh twins calmly assumed control with a magnificent partnership of 190.
Winning the toss and we'll have a bat. Needed 2 players to play well, and they delivered. Terrific experience, but good to watch if you were neutral. It was terrific.
Good shot. Through the gap, and not a big gap either to hit it through. Wonderfully placed into the fence for 4. Oh, into the gap again, that's 4. Well, it was quite close to the fieldsman, but he hits the thing so hard.
She heard the shout of catch it. It was a hopeful one.
That's glorious shot. This time it's Stephen using his feet. Around Prakash there, no man's land to cover really. Oh, beautiful, good use of the feet. The timing was sweet. He just caressed that through cover. Oh, that's rubbish. He puts it away. Short and wide, that's 4. This is great entertainment. Superb batting. Oh, beautifully placed as a man at short cover. Steve Waugh has been superb today with his placement. He's gone! He's bowled him! Beautiful delivery. Nice flight. Enticed the drive. That's superb bowling.
And once we sort of brought the partnership, and again, Steve Waugh going in the 90s, which, I mean, that would devastate Steve. Well, he's a top competitor, a top bloke, and you could see him churning on the way off. That's another 90. But the partnership was excellent.
Oh, misfield. Oh dear, it's not been a good day for Stuart. A magnificent century by Mark Waugh, under pressure.
Their run flow was staggering in Test match terms, but we were getting wickets. And you know, to take 10 wickets on the first day is all right. You know, all right, they scored 320, but we've took 10 wickets. I think that Headley got the first breakthrough, didn't he? He got Mark Waugh caught behind. But now we've got a new ball, new batter in, which is what you're always looking for. Let's have somebody new in. Enter our Darren again, new ball. That was top bowling. He's standing.
Darren Gough, has he done it again? Yes, he has.
I know against tailenders, you're trying to get as full and quick as possible, and nobody likes it. And it was an actual perfect delivery, middle stump Yorker.
We saw it in the Melbourne Test, and Darren Gough has done it again. Melbourne, it was the off stump. Today he aimed at the middle.
And obviously came in Miller, which he's not a bad player. He gets 1,000 runs in the Lancashire League and 100 wickets every year. Everybody says he can hit the ball. But I thought, same again, it's going to be full, Yorker, and give myself a chance. But the good thing about it is it swung out, and if it had swung in, I'd probably clipped it for a couple, but it swung out and clipped off stump.
Got it! Got it! Well deserved. A magnificent delivery from Darren Gough. Knocked the stumps over twice. Dismissed Ian Healy. They're the three he will remember the rest of his life.
I thought the ball that he bowled at Miller, Darren's third of the three, would have bowled anybody out. He's got a new ball that's just offered in, then it started swinging away, pitched and left him again, and he's turned him inside out. And it's always well, what a special moment that is. We erupted and we were just at the side.
I think down the other end, Shane Warne got dropped the next ball, and then obviously Glenn McGrath was out on the ball after, so it was 4 wickets in 5 balls. Obviously, so it was a great finish, and it set us off on a good run there.
Easy slip, catch at second slip. Dean Headley, Darren Gough, they've been the heroes today. They've turned this game around and given England an enormous opportunity. Then McGrath has gone for 0.
That's a wonderful performance by Darren Gough and a great effort by England. They've come back. They are back. 322, and at one stage when Mark Waugh was out, things even then were looking quite good. A great partnership between Mark Waugh and Steve Waugh, 121 and 96 for them, 32 for Darren Lehmann, and the 3 ducks down the end.
It's gone for it. Catch was a cry. We hit that well. That's what he's got to do. It was in the air, but he went through with a full-blooded shot, and that's fair enough.
The crowd waited eagerly for the introduction of Warne, and in his first over, he got the result he wanted.
He's got him! Oh, there you go. First over, he gets a wicket. Got him back. Maybe a top spinner.
It was the less celebrated spinners, Miller and McGill, who played the key roles in restricting England's score.
Mark Waugh's taken the catch. A lot of bat and pad. Colin Miller, he's the man to do it. Perfectly pitched delivery. He's knocked over a thorn in Australia's side, Nasser Hussain.
Oh, he's bowled him. Yes, he's bowled him. That one turned back. Now that's very clever bowling.
Got him this time. Oh, there you go.
McGill came on and grew in stature as the series progressed and showed just what leg spin can do on a pitch that's good, and favouring batting, a leg spinner will always have a part to play. If somebody to say to me, if you're to take one of their players and put him in your side, it'd be that missing link. It'd be McGill or Warne, who Warne came in for the last game.
Here's a chance, mid-off, McGrath, and he's gone. He's got 5 for Stuart McGill. He's well named. His parents must have known something. SCG McGill.
This is the way the card looked. England 220, 102 behind. A lot of people got a score there, but they weren't able to go on with it. John Crawley is there with 44. Graham Hick and Mark Ramprakash and Nasser Hussain, they all got going. And then McGill ripped into the tail, and 220 was the final figure.
You know, we went out to bat. Probably didn't bat as well as we could or needed to. Probably thought we were at the game then and knew that we had to bowl them out for less than 200.
Yes, he got him. It was always on. He trapped him.
Gough's sensational, and Dean Headley come of age and looking to be a Test match performer, which he now is. He's grown in confidence. Terrific stamina, good engine, as I said, and a complete athlete. And the number of wickets that he's taken in Test match cricket will give him a real platform to go on out of our control. And it's part of the game, but it cost us. But we still bowled him out for 170 odd, and he scored 68% of the runs, which is second only to Charlie Bannerman in 1871 or 72%.
The best innings, I would say, he's ever played.
And Peter Such again came into his own in the second innings and took 5 wickets and got good support from bowlers around him.
Catch! Yes, it's gone! It was always on, England fighting hard. What a Test match!
Bowling straight through. Steve Waugh has been bowled comprehensively by an England hero.
Slater 123, a wonderful knock, and 24 for Mark Waugh, not much from anyone else, and 184 from 64.5 overs.
Captain wanted less than 300, well he got it, 287. And we'd have to play out of our skin now. And what were the team talk, what was the chat? You don't die wondering here. They're going to have people round the back, it's going to be spin dominated, it's going to be Miller, Warne, McGill. That's the danger. Get off to a cracking start if we can, and we take the game to them. If we're going down fighting here, but we can win. And first over, I think we got 3 fours. Butcher cracked McGrath away, sets the tone. That set the tone of the innings. And in the back, we're going to every batter. There's nothing for all this on that pitch. It's spinning like that. Take them on, come on. Everybody take them on.
At the minute, there's plenty of movement off the bat.
Right, so McGill starting a second innings spell. For Dyson whack. Well, that's a little reminiscent of the way Hick plays those full tosses. We've seen quite a lot of the England players miss them. Oh, he's got him, yes, he's got him. Warren's got a wicket in his first over again. This time it's the 6th ball. Last time it was the 4th.
It's in the air, McGrath getting back, but he won't get it. That's well struck. It'll just trickle into the gutter. It's 4 more, well played by Stewart. It's gone again. This has gone further. Squarer. And it's 4 more. Shot. Beautifully played. With the spin. Gone, gone, gone!
And that was the wicket that they wanted. And we were still in that game. That's on the 3rd day. We've still 2 days to go, so time is not a problem.
England 2 for 104 at the close of the 3rd day. They need 183 to win a famous victory, 8 wickets in hand. The game in the balance still, although it favours Australia just slightly, moving into this 4th day.
Gone! Well caught! Mark Taylor takes the catch. That's out. I'm sure that's out.
I think it was always going to be a little bit out of our reach, to be honest. 280, spinning square, 2 good leg spinners. It would have been a hell of a run chase.
Holding round his legs. He's got him again.
We had to score 180 with 8 wickets left. We didn't do it. And we sort of fell away and came up 100 short.
Yep, you cannot pad up when the guy's round the wicket.
Crawley has gone for 5. It's 5 for 150.
Gone! Yes, that's out. Big edge. Healy took a gem of a catch. My word, isn't McGill having a good series? Got him! Yes, beautifully bowled. Flight, good flight. That's superb leg spin bowling. A man who's been there for a long time. Deceived him, took the return catch.
Oh, he's bowled him round his legs. Bowled him round his legs. Well, that's 10 for the match for Stuart McGill. Oh, yes, that's very well taken. Up goes the finger. Well, that was the googly. Oh, he's got him. Yes, he's got him. Well, what a way to end a series. 7 wickets to McGill. And what a test match he's had. So Mark Taylor and his team. A fantastic victory here, and they're out there together, just savouring the moment.
But at the end of that game, both teams stayed on the field. It's back slaps and handshakes and congratulations and commiserations all round. And I think that the spectators sensed the camaraderie of Ashes cricket.
And what a terrific test match for Stuart McGill. Second best figures by a bowler at the SCG. Big smile on his face. And what a way to finish it off.